Hello again. As we prepare for our next workshop, Set Yourself Apart, Elevate Your Mindset, we'd like to give a quick reminder that online trading involves risk of losing your funds. Make sure you understand all the risks involved, exercise caution, and trade with brokers you trust that hold the appropriate license by the FSCA. And now, please welcome on stage François, Market Analyst at HFM, Southern Africa. François, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? No, come on. I know it's been a long day, but how are we doing? We're good. Okay, fantastic. So, I'm not going to take too much of your time. Well, they told me I only have 20 minutes. So, I'm going to do this as best I can in the time that was given to me. So, as the topic says, I will be talking today on elevating your mindset. And what is the primary reason for that? Now, I actually watched the speaker that came up just before me, and as well a few that we had during the day so far. And so far, everything that they said, I absolutely loved, especially the one that was just here before me. And they discussed with you technical and fundamental analysis and all the various things that you can use to become a better trader. Because of the fact that that is what you use to improve your trading strategy, correct? Okay. And as we've discussed so far, when you look at a chart, we all have access to the exact same price every single day when we look at charts, correct? We all have access to the same news. None of us have access to special news, correct? You all have access to the same indicators, the same trading conditions, depending on your broker and so forth. Do you all agree with this? Yes. Okay. And that is why the primary topic of my discussion is peer. Because what does peer mean? Peer means that we are all the exact same. But there is one thing that makes each and every one of us here today different. There's one thing that sets us apart from traders. There's one thing that sets us apart from being either profitable or not. And that is your mindset about trading. How you go about doing this. Now, I've been trading for the last 10 years, as the previous slide said. And throughout my career, I was able to trade for some large institutions, I was able to trade very large capital, etc. And even within that space, you had people, colleagues, working with you and trading with you on a daily basis. And each and every one of us had the exact same job. However, not all of us had the exact same performance. And the only reason why we didn't have the exact same performance is the way we approached our day, every single day. Your mindset going into every single trade. And that's why I want to discuss with you today the concept of peer. Now, peer in short is patience and discipline. First P. Second one, emotional discipline. Third one, evolution. Now, this one's going to be a fun one when we get to that specific one. And then the last one, obviously, risk management. Now, in risk management, I'm not going to spend too much time because I believe this is a specific topic that we have spoken about 72 million times and then some. Okay? Every one of you knows how to apply risk management to your trading strategies. However, when we start discussing patience and discipline, the mistake that most traders make, first of all, is your approach to your actual trading strategy, to your perspective on trading. Now, as a trader, I want one of you to be standing up here, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years. But if you are consistently taking an approach with regards to your trading, that this is going to be some get-rich-quick scheme, or you are going to go full margin on every single trade, which we all know we love to do when NFP comes around, right? However, if we take that approach that this is something that I want to do for a career, this is something that I want to do long-term, and I'm going to start by generating 5, 10, maybe 15% growth on my account, and I'm going to do this month on month on month for the next 5 to 10 years. That longer term perspective gets you to a much larger account and something that is then achievable. Everyone always asks me, François, can I become a millionaire trading? Yes, that's the simple answer, okay? However, is it going to happen overnight? Absolutely not. But let's think about the math behind this. If you, for instance, take an account and you fund it with 50,000 Rand, and you trade that and you only generate 5% a month, within the next 5 years, that's R1 million. In the following 5 years, that million becomes 20 million, which means in 10 years' time, you're generating R1 million a month, still just making 5% a month. Longer term perspective. So if you are also starting with a higher balance, let's just say you can start with R1 million. Again, in 5 years, it's 20 million. And again, then you're making that R1 million a month. So in 5 years' time, you will be generating your initial deposit on a monthly basis. Longer term perspective. However, that requires patience and discipline. Now, when I started out trading, a lot of the traders who started out with me are not trading anymore. As the guy who was standing up here just now, like 10 minutes ago, said, they went on to paint fences and, get another job because the fact that they found out that this is not for them. Because of the mindset to their approach of their trading, because they wanted to go, I'm going to go from where I am now to my dream life in the next 6 months. Not realistic. Everything within trading requires that level of discipline to get you that little bit further. Now, on that, the hardest thing that I ever found to do was the emotional discipline part. Why? Because every single one of you sitting here today, we're traders, which means by nature, each and every one of us are greedy. And you can all, look at yourself for a little bit because you are. And none of us can escape that part. However, there are tools that we can put in place. There are strategies that we can put in place to control those emotions. Because you will start out trading and you will generate that 5 or 10% a month. And you will do this consistently for the next 6 months. And then you'll be like, this is too easy. I can do 15%. And about 3 months later, no, this is too easy. I can do 50%. And what happens? No more account. And what happens then? Then you have to start from scratch. Now you have a year's worth of progress down the toilet. Like it never happened. So implement certain strategies to control your emotions during certain periods of time. Now, for those of you trading with HFM, you will know, and even if you don't, it's on our social media as well, you will know that I love trading fundamental events. And I do this live every single month. So I really enjoy trading NFP, CPI, PPI, GDP, and I do this with all our clients on our social media on a monthly basis. However, you will also see that every single time I do this, there are certain risk management or risk management procedures in place to control the outcome. Because, I don't know about any of you, but I can't tell the future. I don't have a crystal ball lying there on my desk telling me NFP is a buy this month. It's not happening. So I have to rely on various analysis, technical, fundamental, sentimental, etc., that we use on a monthly basis to identify what potential direction my trade could be going in. But at the same time, apply my emotional discipline so that if I'm wrong, my account will survive for next month. Now, that only comes through you being able to be honest with yourself. Because at the end of the day, that is the easiest task for any one of us here. We are fantastic at lying to ourselves. You can do that better than any other person. Because you can tell yourself, I can do this. This is going to be different. I know I blew my account last month, but this month I'm doubling it. Okay, this month I'm tripling it. And you've done that for the last 6 months in a row, trying to convince yourself that this month is going to be different. So that level of self-awareness, that level of being able to say, you know what, I know why I am doing this. I know what I want to achieve from my trading career. So because of that, I need to check myself and follow my trading strategy the best way I can. And as I always say, each and every one of you sitting here has a different trading strategy. And you know what the best part is? For every single one of you, that trading strategy is extremely profitable. You know why it doesn't work? Because you don't follow it. Yeah, my guy over there is laughing his ass off at the moment because he knows it's true. Because you are really good at following that trading strategy until you see something on social media of someone just tripling their account. And then you forget all about how your trading strategy works. It's the truth. So if you can just abide in your trading strategy and follow it perfectly, you'll be profitable. I can almost guarantee that. So, as I was saying, it's not, and you can write this down and I want you to put it on your wall, it's not your trading strategy that fails you. It is your ability to abide in that trading strategy that fails you. So again, emotional discipline. Sticking to what you need to do every single day. Moving on to the second E, and so evolution. And this one is normally quite fun to speak of because when we were all in school, we all competed in sports, right? Okay, or you competed in something. However, before competing, you had time to prepare. You had time to train. You could go through a certain period and then you got to a competition, correct? Okay. Now, with trading, we have something similar. We have time to prepare. That is the time period in the initial part of your career where you learn how to analyze the market. You learn how your strategy works. You back test your strategy. You forward test your strategy. That's your training. That's your period of preparing yourself for competition. But there's a very, very big difference with trading and the rest of your life. Every single day you open your MetaTrader app, every single day you open your laptop or whatever you use to trade, that day you are competing. It's not that it happens once every couple of months. Every single day, every single time you step up to the plate to enter into a trade, you are competing. And who's your competition? The person sitting next to you. Because for every trade you win, someone has to lose one, correct? So you are competing against the very person sitting next to you. Now, the better you get at competing, the better you get at being profitable. And how do we get better at competing? We evolve. For instance, I know the way I trained in the gym 10 years ago and the way I train at the moment is way different. First of all, now I need to spend about 20 minutes stretching or I'll pull a muscle. Okay? It sucks getting old. So However, you need to consistently evolve. And if you don't evolve fast enough, the person sitting next to you who's hungrier, who wants to achieve what they want to achieve, they're going to beat you. And they're going to achieve the life you want to achieve because they are willing to put in the effort. And that is why, again, evolution, evolve. And competition drives evolution. The better you get at competing, the better you get at evolving. Now, again, elevating that mindset. If you don't want to, if you feel that, François, I'm not a competitive person. I'm not someone who wants to compete every single day. Again, I'm going to tell you, then sorry, trading is not for you. Because there are people every single day refining their trading strategies, putting in more effort, learning how the market moves in every single market condition, so that whenever a trade arises, they know how to go about their trading strategy. As well as having that initial emotional discipline that when a loss occurs, and trust me, I don't care who you are, you will lose a trade. Now, I know for a lot of us, either our ego gets in the way, or woman, you're always right. You're never wrong. It's the market that's wrong, right? Okay. So, but at the end of the day, you will lose a trade, and something will go wrong. But again, if your risk management is proper, if everything that you needed to have in place is there, that loss will not define you. That loss will purely be a statistic, and you'll be able to move on from that. And then obviously, last but not least, your risk management. Again, this all forms part of you elevating your mindset. Now, your risk management is just as important as your trading strategy. You having no risk management, again, it's not your trading strategy that fails you. But every single trading strategy that I have ever seen always has some form of a stop loss. However, I have met thousands of traders throughout my career, and I can tell you half of them don't use a stop loss. But if I ask them to write down that trading strategy, there's going to be a stop loss in there. And they're going to tell you exactly how to place that stop loss. But when they enter the trade, I'm not 100% sure why I need to put the stop loss here anymore. And again, risk management. Your entire mindset behind your trades. So if you can elevate your mindset, if you can push yourself to that next level, then the person sitting next to you is no longer your peer. Then even though you have all the same tools, all of a sudden you are not the same anymore. So at the moment you might be the same. The person sitting next to you might be your peer. But if you can actually get yourself to that next level, if you can get yourself to that level where you can apply your emotional discipline, continuously evolve, continuously apply patience and risk management, you are not the same anymore. You will be a completely different being and a completely different trader. And that means I'm kind of out of time. So we do have a minute or two if there's any questions. Yes, sir.
Hi, sir.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks. So, since you're a fundamental trader or you mostly focus on it, what's your risk percentage per event?
Okay, so that's actually a great question, but I just want to correct the statement you made. I love trading fundamental events. But in my personal opinion, there's no such thing as a fundamental trader or a technical trader or a whatever trader. We are traders. You will even see all of you are welcome to attend any of my trading events in the future. And you will see that for every fundamental event, I apply proper fundamental analysis accompanied by proper technical analysis. Because for you to have a good trading strategy, I believe you require all the tools available to you. Again, we're not using just one. Now, answering your question on my risk percentage at all points and stages never exceed 5% of my account. Okay, thank you. Yes.
What news actually do you have to pay attention to trade gold?
Okay, so to trade gold, I'm only focused on US news. So for that, it will be any primary US news event, and also mainly the big ones. Okay, so we'll focus on CPI, PPI, NFP, FMOC meeting, so the interest rate decision, and your GBP event. Okay, that will, if you plan your month around those 5 trades, 100% you'll be able to trade most fundamental events and so forth. But also please remember, as gold is a safe haven commodity, you have to focus on geopolitical events. Okay? If Israel bombs Hamas, regardless of what NFP did on Friday, it's going to make a difference. Okay? Last question, and then I have a red screen here, so last question.
Afternoon. I wanted to know, do you have a daily psychological routine that you do every time?
Absolutely. Okay, so before any trading session, anyone who's ever traded with me will know I have a certain procedure that I need to follow. Apart from daily trading routines, I have a routine similar to that before I speak. Because again, you have to mentally be able to prepare yourself for anything that you do. So with regards to my trading, before a fundamental event, I normally like to just husa for like 5 seconds. Okay, clear your mind, and we all have different ways we can do that, whether you do meditation or so forth. For me, it's music. So I will literally sit for about 5 or 10 minutes and just listen to music, make sure that there's no distractions. Cell phones get switched off. I don't care who you are. Mom can live without you for 5 minutes. Okay, she can phone you after NFP. So because again, if there's any distractions, the chances of you losing a trade increases. From there on forward, I will spend about 5 or 10 minutes just going through all my data again, checking my trading setup, and I will place my pending order for any news event 15 minutes before the news event comes out. I will make my decision on what I'm going to trade. I will place that pending order and we'll go from there on forward. Okay, unfortunately we're out of time. If you do want to ask me another question, I'll be at the HFM booth. You're welcome to come ask me something. Thank you.